Hello, buddy. This is Barry here. We're back at Caribbean Beach Resort.
Our favorite quick service location in the property, CenterTown Market.
Taking advantage of mobile ordering, and we're gonna get us meats.
Be sure to jam in.
Heard the bill.
I'm pretty sure this is one of the few places you can actually get a red stripe on Disney property, which is totally fitting for Caribbean Beach. To your health. Very rich and delicious. I like it in the can. It's just as good as in the bottle. Here for this. It's great on a nice hot day. I would give it 3 out of 5 hops.
If you don't think that Caribbean Beach is the best like area music, you're just wrong. But until then, hooray for beer. Universal, this is how you have beer options. Slap it. I love Red Stripe. I wish you could get this more places. It's like deep and complex without being overly hoppy, and it's still very, very drinkable. And it has some effects. 4 to 5 plus.
This is a new item for us that's on the menu. It reminds me of the Yucca bowl that was at Spyglass Grill. I kind of like these a little bit better than the regular Disney shoestring fry, just because they're like thicker.
Give this 2.5 out of 5 plus.
Basically chopped up Beyond sausage that's cooked with Yucca fries that have been cut up, black beans, pico, and a vegan cheese. I'm gonna try and get a bite of all of it together in one. And I just made a mess and I didn't get any of it. I just spilled all over my skirt. And I have napkins in my pocket too. Always put your napkin on your lap, people. Don't be like me. I usually do put my napkin on my lap though. So this food is mostly bland. The Beyond sausage is a little overcooked. The Yucca fries are delicious. The black beans aren't fully seasoned. I liked the pico. The cheese is cool because it's like new and different. I just wish this was seasoned a little bit better, and then I think it would taste a lot better, but I do like the fact that it's not like a burger. So for that, I'm gonna give it 4 out of 5 pineapples.
I will say, before I even taste this, that Caribbean Beach seems to be one of the Disney resorts that always seems to be willing to take risks with what they do here. They've had banh mi's, they've had vegan cheesesteaks, they were one of the first ones to have just egg for a breakfast item. I think they were one of the first to start doing breakfast beyond sausages as well. They just, here, the chefs, I don't know what they do, but they are not afraid to throw something new. Which reminds me a lot of the Spyglass Grill bowl, but like a lot more color to it. Got the greens and peppers, and it looks full. I like the vegan cheese. I like that they sort of chopped up the Beyond Meat so it doesn't look so plain. They could have just lazily laid it on top, but they put some care into putting this together. That I appreciate. It looks festive. Huh? It is probably one of the healthiest dishes you'll probably find at some resorts as far as plant-based. It's a nice mix of like alt meat and then a lot of different plant-based sort of veggies. It could use a bit more flavor. It's missing like a sauce topping to sort of tie everything together. I think that would go a long way. Or give us a hot sauce bar. It's the Caribbean. Give me some spice. If it had a little bit of kick, I could almost forgive everything else. But this is a solid bowl, and honestly, I would eat this myself. Give it 3.5 out of 5 plus.
I think you're right. The Caribbean always takes chances with their food, but they don't season it. I feel like we've had a consistent complaint every time we come here about the food not being fully seasoned. It's almost a little flavorless.
It is a little bit bland.
Not a fan of this one.
It's not very flavorful.
But they always have new stuff. They just use the ingredients without seasoning them.
Yeah, I would say I agree with that. The main issue is like, I get it. Quick service restaurants, what you have to understand, most of all, especially at Disney, is that they make most of their meals for the general palate. But you should at least give us the option for something different. Do you want a dipping sauce on the side? Do you want some hot sauce? I'm fine with that. Maybe some people don't like spicy food. So maybe you don't want something that's like got a strong garlic or strong jerk flavor, but give us the option for a side. Even a dip would make that bowl 1,000 times better. Options, Disney, options.
Then like I feel like most of the new dishes and new ingredients that we've tried has been on Disney property. So I mean you can't necessarily say that it's bland for the bland palates, because they do adventurous things and inspire us to try new things at home.
I would definitely say more than most resorts. As not popular as this resort is, I mean, definitely not one of the most popular resorts on Disney property, they are a little bit more willing than most. It's not a Beyond Burger, and for that I'm eternally grateful.
Actually, they don't even have a Beyond Burger. They have an Impossible Burger, which I didn't order, but I thought about it.
I know that Disney has the know-how, because like you go to places like El Mercado and Coronado, and they have like a hot sauce bar, like something like 10 sauces, but their food is terrible. So you have the ability to do something different. It's just a matter of like putting all these ideas together. I think that would like elevate Disney quick service. It's already better than most places, but like, give me sauces.
Interesting point that you make, because Universal, all of their restaurants share ingredients, and so they can just trade things back and forth. If some restaurant has a vegan cheese somewhere else, they can pull it from somewhere else or whatever. Why doesn't Disney do that? They've got plenty of ingredients across the entire property. Mind you, it is larger. You can't just walk over to like Old Key West and get something, but you could share ingredients across property, especially now.
We have this cute little Cuban. Cute Cuban. I guess Cubans are cute. It's small though. Pork. I usually expect Cubans to be wide and thick, but at least it's like, it's the normal like Cuban ham, a slice of pickle, but it's got pulled pork on top, which is interesting to me. Let's hope the flavor holds up to its that big flavor in its small package. Okay. I'm always worried about dishes like this from a quick service. They just won't put the care into their needs. The pulled pork is nice and moist, got a little bit of flavor to it. Use some more seasonings. Like the Princess's Bowl, it needs something more. It's just straight pulled pork with no sort of like spices, anything else into it. The ham is perfectly cooked. The pickle is good, but it needs a little bit more mustard. It's barely like a hint of mustard on it. Not the worst Disney Cuban I've ever had, but it's far from the best either. 2.5 out of 5. Then with the Cuban, you give me Disney shoestring fries. Like, she got yucca fries. Why do I get shoestring fries? Seems lazy. They passed the fry test at least. Disney shoestring fries. They don't taste any different. They're crisp. They're not cold at least. It's an average plate. If you're not looking to have like a heavy dinner or like a light lunch, I suppose this works. I could eat this and go to the parks, but it's still average. 2.5 out of 5 plus. CenterTown Market. So much to love.
We love it a lot. I love it a lot. Always with the good vegan options. Always coming in hot with the new stuff. I love it.
I love your adventurous nature. Just this adventurous resort.
Yes.
So, we loved it. I think that the options continue to improve. Just a tad bit more seasoning. Just a smidge.
No, yeah. I mean, that's not a huge deal breaker, but it does kind of suck. But you can always add your own spices. Not a bad.
Definitely can. But we don't know what you guys think of CenterTown Market. And the question is, at the same as it is every single time we come here, why haven't you been here yet?
Seriously.
Let us know in the comments. If there's anywhere else around Walt Disney World Resorts or Orlando Pier that you'd like to see us go, that's always going to be the place to find us. Hit that notification bell if you want to see other videos like this. And
we have new videos 5 days a week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday.
we will see you soon.
Be sure to subscribe.
You heard the girl.